challenge are you doing for the month of November or just for the rest of the year? I actually started my 1,000 post challenge and I'm on day 10. Last month I started my 500 post challenge. I completely crushed it, got it done, achieved it, happy. And so I want to do another challenge for November, but it's not going to be a content challenge. Well, not on this page anyway, because I'm doing my 1,000 post challenge anyway. So it's not going to be a specifically November challenge. I'm on day 10, and you know what? What happened in the 500 post challenge is kind of similar to what's happening in this challenge, and that is a little bit behind. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I'm actually creating from the soul recently. I'm not planning my content as much as I did before, but I do have 5 core ideas that I keep on rinsing and repeating. So I'm not necessarily planning out what I'm going to create for each day, but I have 5 core ideas to pick from. So just think about it like picking from a box or a little bucket or something. 5 core ideas, and each day I'm picking from those and I'm rinsing and repeating. Okay? And I'm posting them across TikTok, YouTube, Medium, Vocal Media, my blog and my newsletter, and Substack sporadically. With Substack is so easy because I'm just literally taking snippets of my articles and just posting it as a note on Substack, as opposed to posting like a long form piece of content on Substack. I'm going to talk about the power of challenges because when I first started selling digital products, I mean, prior to that, I was just selling digital services. I wasn't really doing digital products. But when I first started selling digital products, I made my first $1,000, then $10,000, and then right up to $50,000 by doing this. And that is doing content challenges, and content challenges on my Medium page. Medium is a place where I write content. I've been doing that since 2021. And every single time I release a new product or I want to just increase my income, I just go all in and do a content challenge on Medium. And it's always just worked. There's never been a time it hasn't worked. And so over the past few months, I've really made a conscious effort and decision, I'm not even going to use the word effort actually. I've decided that I'm combining my written content with my video content to really skyrocket my income. My income has hit a certain point with my written content, and I really want to take things further with my video content. So I'm on TikTok now. I've got a YouTube channel. I had a YouTube channel before anyway, to be honest. Then the YouTube channel, I don't even want to tell you what happened to it, but I had to start again basically. And so when I did my content challenge last month, my 500 post content challenge, it was on a YouTube channel that I wasn't posting consistently on. I would post and then I would go quiet, post and ghost, don't really engage on the platform. So I was on about 400 subscribers. But funnily enough, being at 400 subscribers, I was still making money from that channel. People were still buying my digital products from that channel. People were still purchasing my digital services from that channel. So I was still making money, but I said, right, I want to take it to the next level. I want to be monetized. I also want to make more money from digital product sales and digital service sales, and also start getting some sponsorship deals, because on my other channel I had about 6 sponsorship deals over the time I had that channel. And so by the end of the challenge, the 500 post challenge, I had reached 900 subscribers, around 900 subscribers. And now I'm on 952 subscribers. So, gunning for the 1,000 subscribers, which is what most people are, aiming for in the beginning. But anyway, what am I doing for the month of November? This video is longer than I expected it to be. But anyway, for the month of November, I'm going to do another Delulu challenge. I did a 30-day Delulu challenge. I finished the Delulu challenge, and I'm doing another 30-day Delulu challenge from November 1st. Essentially, I'm just going to be going all in, ham with my affirmations, listening to them, writing them, reading them out loud. Also listening to Brian Scott on YouTube. If you don't know who Brian Scott is, his activations and meditations on YouTube are amazing. So if you're into manifestation, or if you're not into manifestation yet and you want to start, then it's amazing, I'm telling you. Okay, so that's that. Brian Scott, high frequency guru, and sometimes Mary Kate. Mary Kate has some amazing meditations as well. I'm going to say that I have become, I'm not going to use the word obsessed, but I religiously watch Rev Ike every single day. His style of preaching, you know, I'm not a Christian. I don't really adhere to any specific religion in a strong way, to be honest with you. So I'm very open-minded about what I choose to believe. But Rev Ike, the way he teaches, the way he preaches, for me, I find it to be extremely powerful. And what he's talking about essentially is the law of attraction. You know, the law of attraction, the law of assumption. He kind of combines the two teachings. And I just love listening to him. He always gets me hyped. He always gets me excited. And so I listen to him whenever I can, you know. So the main thing for me is affirmations, daily, rinse and repeat, this morning, afternoon and evening, all the way through the day. I also do a bit of scripting. I also do gratitude practice, and I also do mirror work as well. Another thing that is really important for manifestation, which a lot of people don't really talk about, which I found quite interesting that people aren't really talking about this, but that is thinking about what you consume, what you eat, and what you watch, and who you hang around with. And then finally, and this is not the least thing, but this is the final thing I want to say, is embodying the person that you want to be. And I don't want to say want to be, because when you say want to be, it's essentially saying that you're not that person, but you embody that person now, not in 5 years time or 5 weeks time or 3 weeks time or 6 months time when you've achieved it and you see the money and you see all the earnings and everything's amazing. Embodying that person now, identifying what that person would be like and how they would act and how they would think and who they would hang around with, and start to embody that person from day one. Not, I'm only going to act like that when I get the money. I remember back in the day when I used to talk to people about, you know, increasing their income, and they would be like, I can't do that now because I don't have this or I don't have that and I don't have this and I don't have that. And I would be like, well, what can you do now? Instead of thinking about all the things you can't do, what can you do now? You know, I hear people saying things like, well, I don't have a really great camera, I don't have a laptop, or I don't have this and I don't have that. You need to start with something. Okay? So embody that person, even if it's one thing. So, for example, what do you say to yourself when you go to the shop and you think something is a bit too much for you in terms of the cost? What do you say to yourself? Do you look at it and you say, oh, it's too expensive, I'm not going to buy it? Or do you just look at it and say, okay, I'll buy it tomorrow or I'll buy it next week? Because when you don't say something like, oh, I just can't buy that because I can't afford it, you're telling yourself that you can afford it, but you just don't feel like buying it on that time. And when you do it like that as well, what it does is you remove the high level importance of that particular thing. You take it off a pedestal. Because when you have a specific desire on a pedestal, what happens is you are separating yourself from that desire, and you are telling yourself that you are smaller than that desire, and that thing is bigger than you. So that thing will look down on you like, you don't even deserve this thing. But if you look at it in such a way where you are bigger than the desire, and the desire is chasing you, trust and do believe, you're going to manifest way quicker than you'd ever imagine. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the month of November. Another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be growing my other TikTok page. You know, for me, I'm not so much obsessed with, I need to get 50,000 followers and 100,000. I don't even think in that way. I just think about magnetizing the people that I know need to hear my message, and connecting with those people and connecting with my tribe. It's not so much about, I need to get 1 million subscribers for followers. If that happens, that's all well and good, but that's not necessarily my goal. My decision is to magnetize the people that need to hear my message. So I'm going to be growing my other TikTok page, which is more about lifestyle and stuff like that. And I will be talking about my manifestation journey on there as well. So